Hello, this is Teacher Brian from Think English Education, and today we will have a short lesson on the question, how often? And the adverbs we will practice today are never, rarely, sometimes, usually, and always. And never is 0% of the time. Rarely is more than 0, but something like 5%, maybe 20% maximum. Not a lot. Sometimes around 20 to 50%, my opinion. Usually is more than 50%, and always is all the time, 100%. You probably know this, but the pronouns we have are I, you, he, she, and it, we, and they. Let me give you an example using these verbs. Cook, rain, work, play, and smile. We will use me as the first example. I never cook, and then you add time. I, subject, never, adverb, cook is the verb, and something about time. I never cook on Sunday. That helps people understand exactly what you're talking about. If I say I never cook, that means never in my life. And if I use you as another example, and let's say work. You sometimes work on Sunday. That's another example. Now let's say it, and we'll use rain, of course. It never rains in Spain. It never rains in Spain. The adverb is never. Now let's use usually with play. We'll talk about maybe a football team. They sometimes play on the weekend. They sometimes play on the weekend. And the last one, let's do we and rarely. We rarely work after 2 o'clock. That's another example. Now let's say you don't do something you don't do often. You can say do not if you use I, you, we, and they. Does not for he, she, and it. So, I will show you what you cannot do. You cannot say he does not never. That's two negatives. So, the only thing you can use is usually and always. I cannot say I do not never, I do not rarely. Maybe you can, but that's not normal English. I do not sometimes, no. But you can say I do not usually, or I do not always. This is the same, so I'll keep it short, but here's a couple of examples. It does not usually rain in California. It does not usually rain in California. Maybe that's true, maybe it's not. But that's a joke for Joy. Hey, Joy. And let's see, what else? We can do it. They do not usually work on Tuesday. So those are examples. I will keep this short, but you should practice. He, she, and it is does not. I, you, we, and they is do not. Here are your adverbs and how often you use them. And the question is, how often? So, thank you for listening. Come by Think English and get a free first lesson. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.